Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening, wherever you are listening. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm not going to make this a long introduction. Just wanted to introduce you guys to a very driven young man that I've been working with for the last 6 months. His name is Ndubuisi Ugbaja. He's the face of Hour of Change Fitness. And we recently sat down and we spoke about his business, his convictions, and how that's helped him form his brand. We also touch on a couple of things, creating a safe environment, safe workout spaces for women, the challenges of COVID and keeping your business moving forward. So bear with me just a little bit with the audio, because we were trying to be safe, stay socially distanced, but I do have new microphones on the way moving forward, so I'm excited to share that with you guys. And thanks for tuning in and enjoy the interview. So do you find that you're like getting like different types of clientele that's coming in?
Not so much, man. Honestly, I would say, I've been blessed to just have like some really good people come here. So, yeah, that's been good. That's always been good, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah. Do you feel like your location has a
you know what? Yeah, because I feel like the biggest part of just being here, you can really just kind of charge what you want to charge as far as rates. And like I'm charging under just to get people a thing in, but that's gonna go up. But yeah, being here, you can just really charge your rates freely.
This is considered what, North Riverside?
Like, like Gold Coast basically. Yeah.
Gold Coast, okay.
Yeah, like Old Town basically. Yeah.
Alright, well, I got my uppity friend here, Ndubuisi. Can you pronounce your name for me, Undo?
I think you just said it. Ndubuisi.
Ndubuisi.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Undo, I'm gonna call you Undo for sure.
Ndubuisi Ugbaja.
Ugbaja.
Ndubuisi Ugbaja.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm here with my trainer, former co-mighty man from Dunbar. Yeah. Undo, formerly known as Ndubuisi, but we call him Undo. We know him as Undo. So thank you so much for doing my podcast. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Back when Corona first hit, I noticed that I was slowly but surely losing my mind.
Yeah.
And I was coming across your videos a lot on social media, how you were training people out in the field. Because you had a space, you had your business, you had your space set up. And then you said, you know what, let's keep it moving. And I'm going to train people in the field, in the football field behind the high school that we went to together.
Yeah.
And I saw those videos and I saw, oh my God, that fresh air looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I wanted in on that. So I contacted you and the rest is history. And we just been working out together and it's been a really good journey. And I just kind of wanted to take some time to sit down with you, because I've noticed that you've made so much progress and that you've done like incredible things with your brand, Hour of Change Fitness, Hour of Change Ministries, which is something that you co-own with your brother.
Yeah, I'm a part of the ministry. I don't know if I can say I co-own the ministry, but yeah, I'm a part of the ministry for sure.
Okay. So Hour of Change Fitness. Let's talk about your journey. When you decided, because obviously as a mighty man, you're used to enduring tough workouts and learning a lot about yourself. When you went to college, was that when you knew that you wanted to have your own fitness brand, or when did that start?
Not at all. In college, I'm trying to make this kind of quick, but in college, I was going in a whole different career. I actually was going to school to become a doctor. And long story short, I found out that I wasn't as good at science as I needed to be, essentially. So, I changed my major a couple of times. And fitness always been something that I enjoyed. That's just something like, work out, just something I was into. I didn't necessarily embody it like I do today. I had really bad eating habits, but I worked out regularly for the most part. Wasn't until I kind of, life experiences and picked up a lot of weight, and then I was unhappy, and I was ready to do something to, make myself feel better, that I really got into just eating healthy and just exercising with purpose. But as far as your question of the business end, I mean, I just was having fun with fitness. I didn't even think about, it being business or career. I actually wanted to, at the time I was going to law enforcement. So I just, love working out, train my friends for free, stuff like that. And it just, was the thing I did for fun. And my brother, he actually already started the company. This was over 13 years ago. And he was already doing it. And then, I just kind of, I was loving fitness anyway. He needed help. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just shoot. Let me see. Why not? Let me just see what he's talking about.
Okay. No, that's actually really dope. So when you decided to jump on with your brother, what is it that you guys felt like was your goal or your primary goal? Like, what drove you guys to really set this in motion?
You know what? I would say the thing that I loved when he kind of pitched me the concept when he first was thinking of starting the company, the thing he pitched me, and I wasn't even really in my faith like that at the time. I was like, wilding out in college, just having a good time.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, being young, whatever. I probably wild out a little more than most, but I like the faith component. Yeah, people say that. I can't believe that. It's true.
But if you say it, I'll take your word.
It's so true. But you know what? The faith component of the company stuck out to me, and I'm like, man, that's kind of cool. It's not all judgy, but I like that. I think that's the underlining of the faith part. I love that part about the company, and I was already really into fitness, and our biggest goal was just to share something that we felt, that we enjoyed, and share with others, and hope they enjoyed it too, and just give place people that could just be, safe and happy and comfortable. Because we knew how the gyms were at the time, and they're still like that today. So we just wanted to do something different than the gyms, but you still have really intense, great workout at the same time, So that was our main goal, and just kind of hopes to always give that to people. Yeah.
I think intense might be an understatement, but you know what? I'm not going to hold you to it. We might touch on that a little bit later as it gets closer to burpee time.
Yes.
But if anybody wants to pick up on his social media, you're going to witness the gospel of the burpee, of the 100 reps. He's a strong and firm believer. But just kind of speak on your belief aspect just a little bit, man. Just how has that enriched your life and your business?
So I would say, especially in business for us, businesses, anytime you do a business and people are all going to be listening, they're business owners themselves, they'll know that it's ups and downs. It's literally it's a part of it. So you're going to have some really good times, things are rolling high. You're going to have some really, 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 really bad times. And it's getting through those times that allow you to get to your, victory. And I feel like for us, anytime things were good or bad, we just know that it was surely God that allowed us to do these things. And we just kept that in mind and just remembering, we weren't brought this far to not make it. So you really got to stay true to that, in all things. It's just hey, it's a little deeper than you, and just, keep pushing. And that just allowed us to kind of through those bad times, things were seeming hey, this not gonna work. It's times it's been there, literally this won't work. And you just kind of have to push that out your mind and just what can we do to keep going? And just believe too. So I feel like the faith part really helped strengthen that part, because I feel like you really need that in business or just any goal you really want to accomplish. You need that faith so you can keep going.
So you dug into your faith, and that kind of helps your tenacity when the business is down?
Yeah, and all things when you're tired, when the business may not be going well, when things just seem hey, this is too much. Just even, I feel like for someone that's a business owner or just, single mom or whatever, it's times that comes where it just feels you physically can't do it. It's just too much. It gets
so
heavy.
So what's one of your favorite scriptures for moments
One of my favorite scriptures. One thing I will say, I do always read. I read Matthew 6 every day. I read Psalms 91 and 24 every day. I read Mark 4 every day. 1 Corinthians 2 every single day. Those I feel really feed me, feed my faith to keep going. Are those my nothing? Well, they are I have a lot of favorite scriptures. I read Proverbs every day. I read for the day of the week. There's just a few things that I do every day, and I follow a few good devotionals on my Bible app. Those are honestly, all those really help. It helped every day where I just feel joyful and rich. I feel filled back up too. So those are helpful.
Yeah, I can definitely appreciate you just finding your pocket of the Bible that speaks to you personally.
Yes.
Personally, I was raised, my mother was saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost.
Yes.
She raised us on daily prayer, daily scriptures.
Yes.
We grew up in Inglewood, so there were moments where there would be literally shooting outside of our door, and she would tell the kids, hey, get in this house, come off of this corner, and we're going to all sit down and read this Bible until this passes over.
That's awesome.
But I do kind of want to circle back to what we were talking about when you said that those scriptures get you through the difficult times until they pass over. Like when I was a child, my mother made sure that when times got extremely difficult, we used that scripture to pass that difficult time over. Corona is a difficult time.
Very difficult time.
But I've also noticed that a lot of my friends and business owners have thrived during that time. Like, you guys have really just dug into your craft. So just for a little bit, just speak on like how Corona has affected you in your business.
Absolutely. When it first happened, and I was kind of like, the space that we were working out of at the time, you've been there, it's not like a really big space necessarily. And I was in my mind, I'm like, hey, we should be good here because it's like 10 people in here or less. I think, we didn't have the mask regulations at the time either. But I was thinking like, hey, it should be okay. But lo and behold, come March around that time, the whole city got shut down. So that's when I'm like, oh man, this is for real. Like, this is legit. They shut the whole city down. And I knew.
How did you feel in that moment?
I was actually worried because that was legitimately how I made a living. That's how I live. Like, essentially, even today, that's how I make a living. This is what I do. So that was basically my income. Like, was gone essentially. So I was a little bit worried, to be honest, concerned for sure. But it's just that thing where you have to either figure out, hey, are we gonna do this, or are we gonna give up? And if you choose to go forward with it, you just have to dig a little deeper, push a little harder in your faith, and things like that happen. It's like you really especially someone that's a believer, you really gotta go hard. You gotta dig deeper. You gotta push a little more to really hey, all right, my back against the wall, there's literally nothing I can do. So you have to make a way, and you gotta believe that. And I felt like, maybe not just myself, but others, I felt like they just was like, hey, something has to shake loose. It's either this or that's it. Essentially, you kind of almost don't have no choice, in a sense. So that happening did push us to believe harder, for provisions to come, and they definitely came.
Well, actually, let's go right before when the provisions lifted.
Okay.
You said, hey, I gotta make this happen.
Yep.
So you took it to the field.
Yep. The online, FaceTime training online. Even before the field, I was doing a lot of online training, just live Instagram trainings. I was doing literally everything. And then once the provisions opened up a little bit and the weather broke a bit, went outside with it, and that was really cool. I think people really enjoyed that because they were everybody was cooped in, everybody was locked in. So just getting some fresh air to exercise, you felt safe, it was fun, it really worked. It really worked.
How did you feel? Was there relief in that?
It absolutely. You know what? I did feel some relief. I felt all right, just a day at a time. But for right now,
so it created a path forward.
It created a path forward. So it's just hey, this opened up. Who knows what else can open up? It actually did kind of almost strengthen my faith a little more. To all right, this is cool.
Definitely.
And let's just see what happens after that. And it just legitimately was just a day-to-day thing, day-to-day provision, and just just constantly believing for the next thing, and then things began to open up a little bit more. So it was definitely an awesome experience, and you just knew you had that help. That was just was helping us essentially.
So one of my questions was originally going to be, what were some of the obstacles that you faced?
Yep.
Obviously, Corona was a huge obstacle that you found a wonderful way around, because now you're in this posh new space on the Gold Coast, and amazing things have happened. Not just happened for you, but you were able to make some amazing things happen.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No, it's the truth. But on the way to you guys like building your brand, did you face any type of like negativity? Did you face any obstacles for your branding ideas or for your spaces? Like, tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things is just, having a faith-based business. So, you're always kind of questioned about that. Constantly people would always say like, hey, just drop that part of it and then just do just the straight business end of it, and
but you didn't listen to them.
Yeah, we didn't, because that was honestly deep in the core. That was like the main thing that we knew, like between us and God, like that's what he wanted, was to, the faith part was like very important. So it's honestly like we take the faith part out of it, it's not even the same. Like the company is literally not the same for us. That's like the core of it, and that's really what allowed it to be different, in my opinion. So we had a lot of criticism for that. We honestly had some really, really, really great reviews online, I would say, but it's always some people that don't like you, and that's just how life is. If you could be the most perfect person, somebody's gonna find something wrong. Like,
somebody's gonna find a way to hate on you. But you know what they say, and then I don't know if this is in the Bible or not. I'm pretty sure it might be in some iteration. But if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right.
Facts. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So when you kind of when you find that inner strength to just kind of get past the negativity, and also sometimes it feels hard to decipher between negativity and just good advice.
Facts. Yeah,
but you knew, because you guys knew who you were as a brand, as a company, and as just men. Yeah. You knew that this, at the core, this was what your business was always going to be. Yep. So you were just able to just tune it out and push past it.
Yeah. You know what? Like I say, it wasn't easy. Like, this definitely been a journey. Over 10 years doing this. We had a few different spaces. It's a journey, and I feel like when people see anyone's, story of them doing something over an amount of time, you're gonna see the ups and downs, and you don't necessarily see the ups and downs. What I want to say, you don't really see like the things that happen that allow you to get to the other side, but it's a part of it. Like, anyone that's doing something like outside of themselves, it's kind of like it's gonna be some bad times. You just gotta know, like, at the end of it, things will be better. You just have to get to that side though. So
what do you love most about your business? About when you wake up every day, you say, this is what I love most?
Well, I would say the physical fitness part, I actually do deep in my heart. Like, I enjoy like fitness and training in general. Like, that's like something that's really like close to me. But what I've learned through the business is really like just working with you guys. Like, I really enjoy it, especially seeing the transformations, the results. You guys just maybe coming in one time feeling like, man, I don't really feel the best, and then leaving feeling better. It's like, I really enjoy that. Like, I could be literally having a bad day, and people already know if I'm having a bad day because I'm good at masking.
I've never been able to tell you when you are in a bad mood.
I could be literally having a bad day, and then I start training, and like that, like, legitimately helps my day. So I'm like, yeah, they enjoyed it. I was cool. Like, I legitimately feel better. So God has really blessed me in doing what I'm doing, because it like legitimately feeds me too at the same time. So.
And that is really one of the dopest things, because I'm a person who goes a lot off people's moods. Yeah. And I'm a little bit over analytical in that sense, where I try to read into people's moods.
For sure.
And it really did kind of bother me some days I come in here and I just couldn't crack it. Like, is he having a good day or a bad day? I could never tell, because you will always be in the best spirits. You are always professional. You're always on time. Where do you come up with these workouts?
That I would say I can't take all the credit for that. I just feel like this is something I just kind of been gifted with. Like, I get all these exercises just come to my mind throughout the day. I write some down, some I don't write down. So it just comes. Like, that's just something that God has blessed me with. So I don't necessarily, not always, people ask me how to say, like, literally, that's really what it is. Like, I just, it just comes to me. That's like a gift, I guess. Well, it is a gift. So that just, and then at the same time, I like to be very creative. So if we did something, I like, let's try this. Like, I have fun with the creativity, so I don't want to like do the same stuff over and over and over and over and over. I like to like, switch it up.
That is so dope, Undo. Like, I've been coming to you, how long? About 12?
Yeah,
about 12 or 13 14 weeks now.
Yeah.
I've undergone a tremendous transformation myself.
Yes.
And just kind of touch back on what you were saying about moods, like Corona's been so stressful.
Yeah, extremely stressful.
It's so stressful, especially like on the family unit. People are together all the time.
Yeah.
And when I would come to you, I'd be so stressed out.
Yeah.
And you say, you know what? Are you stressed out? Did you eat bad?
Yeah.
All of that's going to be gone at the end of this hour. Because of the combinations that you would come up with, I've never had 2 workouts the same.
Awesome.
And that's one of the things that I feel like kind of discourage people from maintaining a healthy workout routine.
Yeah.
Is I don't want to go and do and run on the treadmill. It's so tedious.
Yeah, it gets boring too.
But no 2 workouts are ever the same for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really is a gift, and I think that's something that that really does drive your business and compels your customers to come back. So throughout your experiences, obviously you got the highs, you got the lows. The lows is that people are telling you your model won't work, or you shouldn't stick to your guns when it came to your faith.
Yeah.
And then the highs are, hey, I love working with these people. I love seeing the transformations that they undergo. Me personally, I'm actually down more than 57 pounds right now.
Awesome.
I actually blew past my my goal. Yeah, the goal weight that we had set up, which I will not say still, but let's just say I blew past that goal weight, and I'm really happy with the way that I've been able to just tap into my inner athlete.
Absolutely, big time. Yeah, legit. It's facts.
And it makes me feel good. So if you make everybody that walks through your door feel that way, you have definitely accomplished a lot. But overall, like just thinking about all the highs, all the lows, everything that you've been through trying to create your business and make it thrive. What's the biggest experience that you've learned from? And what's the biggest lesson that you've learned from everything?
The biggest lesson I will say, and it's kind of funny you asked that, because I think about it not often, but I talk to people about school and career, and I didn't have this mindset at the time. If I thought the way I thought now, I probably might be a doctor. I wouldn't have gave up on it. But the biggest thing that I really can take away is that if we legitimately just believe in ourselves and accomplishing goals, and just just get it in your heart and mind that I can do this. No matter what it is, we can do it. It literally doesn't matter what it is. Astronaut, whatever. If you really get that in your mind that you can do it and you're willing to match it with the work that it takes to reach a goal, you can make anything happen. When you see celebrities and people like that, and you just tell those stories of what they had to go through to get to where they are. It's they just found that out. I can do this if I just don't quit. It's sacrifice too. It's sacrifice, and that comes with putting in the work. You may not be able to hang out with your friends sometimes. You may not be able to, some things. You're missing time with family too. It's a grind.
And I love that. I love the atmosphere when I come into your space. I feel at ease. It's calm. You got the gospel music blasting. They sing about Jesus, but it's lit at the same time.
I appreciate it.
I feel motivated. And another thing that we kind of discussed before is just as a woman, I do feel safe in your space. As a physical trainer, that's important. Especially in a space where it's just the 2 of us. I want to feel respected. I want to feel like there's a complete element of professionalism at all times.
Yes.
So I do just want to personally take the time to thank you for that. I do notice that you have a lot of female clients.
95% women. Yeah, legit. And that was I think I told you before, that was really when we was getting into fitness. I've been doing this about 9 years now, my brother longer. But that was that was the concern. That was basically what the thought was. If you was a male trainer, you was on one. The spirit, that was it.
So it's not?
I mean, and I asked you, I don't know if that's still the case. I don't know if it is now because I don't really pay attention as much. But I know when I was getting into it, that was just an assumption. It was oh, you was training here, okay, you're gonna be on one at some point.
So do you feel like the Hour of Change brand is kind of a beacon to say we hold ourselves to a higher moral standard?
Yes, absolutely. And between that, we've had a couple people that came through here, like employees, and we're really big on that. So we like get a win, get any of that. It's like you're not gonna make it here. That's like we're really hard pressed on that because we want to keep that safe space for like women and like people come in here and they have, we don't know what anyone's dealing with outside. So when they come in, they need to feel safe. They don't have to feel like, oh, they're just like that last time, or this just, I feel like this might be that. We don't want anyone to think anything like that. So we're really hard pressed on just creating that safe space, the atmosphere. Let's just like you said, you feel like comfortable, you feel secure here. We want everyone to feel that way. So yeah, absolutely. And even now with with things going on with women, it's ridiculous right now. So you gotta have some place we could be like, well, I know it's not gonna be here. I know I'm not gonna be talked to less. I'm not gonna be disrespected. Like seriously, yeah, we really want that for sure.
Yeah, I did just want to make a notation of that, like you said, because of the climate right now. And it's not the climate right now. It's always been the climate.
It's been the climate. But I think it's more of a light on it. But yeah, exactly. For sure, it's been the climate, legit.
Yeah, so that's definitely something that's appreciated. It should be noted and it should be understood that you guys are pure professionals here. And that's definitely needed. From the inception of Hour of Change to where you guys are right now, what is something that you learned about yourself throughout your journey that you may not have known before?
There's certain things I learned, like, you really dig into something and believe in something. Just that mentality. I feel like I had a hard working mentality, but it's just like a little sharper now. And I feel like, I didn't know that you really could reach any boundary, like the human body can like literally get to any place you take it,
Yeah, that's some great insight. I feel like when we go on our journeys, we often forget to check in on ourselves and figure out how, and just kind of check on the progress that we've made.
Yes.
What advice would you give anyone who's looking to start not just a fitness training business, but just a business in general? Like, if you could give just some brief advice to anyone out there listening.
I would definitely say one thing. And I know a lot of people struggle with this, like they may have a great idea, something they've really been wanting to do, and they just, for whatever reason, don't start it. One thing I would say is just start. Just use what you got and just start. Like literally just start. My brother actually had taught me that because when we first had our first space, and this was many years ago, we were on Arch, we had our first space, we had battle ropes, those always were there. We had like 2 5-pound dumbbells. Jump rope, and I'm like, we don't have enough to open up this doors to people,
He said, watch this.
He said, watch this. He was like, just start, and that was the thing. We were doing in-home training at the time, when we had a space, we was like, I'm like, we don't have no weights in here, like we really can't, open up these doors and just start.
Yes.
And that actually, we had a few people come and they enjoyed it, and it just grew from there. Like that was actually the starting point. Like we never knew at the time what God wanted to do with the company, but it grew. Like the thought grew, the concept grew, and it just like literally just the biggest thing is just start and just be you got to put in the work, and that's it. And this is the greatest time to physically open up a business right now, where the government is like things that are happening. This is the time. Like it's now. Like literally, like if you need a sign, this is your time.
Take that stimulus check.
I'm telling you, there's never been a time where they're giving you money. This is what's happening now. It's not gonna happen again.
No,
I really don't see it ever happen in our lifetime. I don't think it's ever gonna happen again. So, yeah, you know what? Just that's the biggest thing. Just physically start and just just be ready to work.
Undo, thank you so much for sharing your experience with me. Thank you for the word. Thank you for sharing what you've learned so far along the way with me and with my listeners.
That's it.
So I will ask you, where can people find you physically, on social media, any and every way you can be found?
You can find us on our website. That's www.hourofchange.com. Also on Instagram at hourofchange.com. It's HOUR of Change Fitness. Hour of Change Fitness on Instagram. You can find us there. I'm on Facebook at Hour of Change Fitness on Facebook. We are located physically in Chicago. 1223 North LaSalle Drive. Plenty of parking available in the area.
Any promotions or discounts for my listeners?
You know what? We could work something out if you just come in and say, hey, Crystal sent me. We'll work something out.
Man, just throw them a free session or something.
We definitely. Oh yeah. You know what? We got to see that. Got the sign out there.
No. That's exclusive for my listeners.
Oh,
right?
okay.
They have to mention the podcast.
You have to mention the podcast and say you heard it on here.
That's right.
And then, absolutely. We'll definitely get you a free session.
All right. Thanks again, Undo.
No
So, I'm scared to ask, but what you got planned for me today?
Oh yeah, you know what? I think we're going with some deadlifts. Got a little jump rope going.
No.
I'm thinking of this burpee variation with the dumbbells. It's just, been popping in my mind. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice little one before the actual workout.
We're gonna have to pray that you get delivered from the spirit of burpees in you. Because it has been nothing but my downfall. But thank you so much.
All right, guys, once again, that was Hour of Change Fitness. Don't forget to check this man out. Stop by the shop. He'll hook you up with one free session. Follow him, send him a message, and let him know that, hey, you're ready to make some changes, make your own transformation, make some improvements to your health and to your lifestyle, and he'll hook you up with a free session. So it doesn't get much better than that. You'll be able to see if it's really a good fit for you. I have a new Instagram. That's Power of Perspective. Again, that's on Instagram at Power of Perspective. And also, I'd love to hear you guys' questions, comments, any type of feedback that you have about the pod. Feel free to send it to me at powerofperspectivepod@gmail.com. Or if you have your own story that you like to share, that's powerofperspectivepod@gmail.com. All right, guys, thanks again. And once again, I just want to remind you to live your journey, learn your truth, and remember the power of perspective. God bless.